Pop that.
Hello everybody, this is the Bulldozer. Thank you for watching on one of these videos. We got some more whacked out drivers in and natty, and this footage actually took place on October 19th, not the 18th. The time and date is wrong, about 2:45 in the afternoon. As you saw there, this driver came extremely close to hitting my wife head on. My wife thinks she was on the cell phone because she could have swore that the lady was looking down. Look at this. Literally, her license plate is over the double yellow lines. Just unbelievable. There's no reason this lady did not see my wife coming. As you're going to see, the evidence that I put in this video is clear. These trash cans and recycle bins will play a big part of that. I just don't get it, people. Pay attention. Stay off your cell phones. You can see it there at regular speed. Just, I'm going to go forward and backwards here so you can see exactly how close she come to hitting my wife head on. She's literally coming down the middle of the road, and there is absolutely no reason for this whatsoever. She has all the time in the world to see my wife is coming. Pay close attention to this footage here. Do you see where that orange arrow is? That's the street my wife just turned off of. Where you're seeing these yellow lines at, that is where this lady was coming. Now, the only difference in this picture is this red vehicle was not there. So she had a clear line of sight all the way down this road to see that a vehicle was coming her way. So there's only two reasons why she would almost hit my wife head on. Both of them being her fault. The first, she was speeding and she took this bend too fast. The second, she was on her cell phone. Or three, she was speeding and she was on her cell phone. It had to be one of those three things, because you can see she has a clear line of sight all the way down to Delhi Pike. There is absolutely no reason why she had no warning a vehicle was coming her way unless she was not looking out her windshield, which would explain why half her vehicle was on the other side of the road. And if you need something to measure the distance, pay attention to the video. You see that telephone pole? You see the red vehicle, the red Blazer, I think that is. Right behind that, you see that bluish colored vehicle? That telephone pole was where this accident almost happened at. So as she's making this turn, you can tell this is almost a perfect angle at what she was looking at when she was making the turn on this bend. So I tried to line this Google image up as close as possible of what she was looking at when she was making this turn. And again, that telephone pole was like almost right on spot. This is the trash can in the recycle bin. It's sitting basically where that red vehicle was in the Google Maps picture that I took. So you can see, she can clearly see without anything being in her way all the way down. The vehicles that you see to the left here, the Jeep, it is far off the road, not blocking any line of sight whatsoever. In fact, in the next picture I'm going to show you, you can actually see her vehicle as it's coming down the road from the far distance. Now, as you saw in the first picture that I showed, you can see all the way down. So she had a better line of sight than actually my wife did, because as she's looking down, she can actually see the cars turning on to the street, as opposed to when my wife's making that turn, she can barely see the cars that's coming down because my wife has to go up a hill, in which this lady has to go down the hill, so she's looking over the hill down towards Delhi Pike. Okay, and here's another picture that shows her just before she comes over this hill where she almost hits my wife head on. Okay, you can tell she still has time to correct. She's not quite to that hill yet where she meets up with my wife. So, again, we have one of three options here. She's on her phone. She's not paying attention. She doesn't see my wife. She's on her phone and she's going too fast and she doesn't see my wife. Or she's going too fast and she doesn't have time to correct. Again, my wife thinks she was on her phone because she could have swore she was looking down as she went by. So, and I have a tendency to believe my wife, okay? And it's just absolutely insane because I see this all the time in the job I do. People cannot drive their vehicles without their phone in their hands. It's just unbelievable. Now, here's that clip I was talking about. Look when she's coming around this bend. Look at all the time she's got to see my wife is coming. All the time in the world. So, again, either she's speeding on her cell phone or both, but regardless, she is not paying attention whatsoever. And the sad thing is, I am always seeing kids on this street. There is always kids on this street. So if she is this far on the road, on my wife's side of the road, I can only imagine how far she was over all the way on my wife's side of the road. She could have very easily went into somebody's yard because she was probably on a cell phone. Because she definitely was not paying attention to what she was doing. I mean, the video don't lie. I mean, you can clearly see that her tag is over the double yellow line. Again, people, I mean, I preach it, and I preach it, and I preach it. You know, if she would have hit my wife head on, what's to say that the police would have been able to prove it was her fault as opposed to my wife's fault? A $50 investment would have made this an open and shut case. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more content. If you subscribe, hit that bell so you will find out when the next wackiest driver in the natty gets uploaded. This is the Bulldozer. Drive safe, and I'm out of here.
Floor, just a rebel on your own, on a bed to